Okay, so I wanted to go over real quick a method, my method of choice for cleaning iron artifacts. It's a two-step method. It actually cuts down on the cleaning time quite considerably. So what I do first is you can use either white vinegar, like this. You can also use apple cider vinegar. Both work. They seem to both work pretty well. So what I've discovered is I've always used electrolysis, but electrolysis uses up quite a bit of electricity. You have to pay your electrical bill. So I found another way to do this. What I do is it's a two-step process. Instead of going straight to electrolysis, what I do is I will soak whatever needs to be cleaned in white vinegar for, I don't know, 24 hours typically, unless it requires more. Sometimes I'll soak it for, 15, 20 hours and then soak it again for another 15 hours or so. And you get results kind of like this. This is just, nothing here has been electrolyzed. That lock has, and I'll get to that in a minute. All that lock has gone through is electrolysis for probably 24 to 36 hours. Anyway, this here has been cleaned with the vinegar method for, I don't know, I'd say 24 hours. You can see there's still a little rust left. Okay, we'll get there in a minute. But you can see a lot of it has come off. That's what they look like just fresh out of the ground, just with a quick rinsing off. You can see all the rust on there versus this, where a lot of the rust has come off. Not all of it, but a lot of it. Okay? What I do is I take the vinegar, I put it in something like that. That's just something I dug. It's in a crock or something. You can use anything you want. I put enough vinegar in here to cover the object, like something like that fits in there. And then I heat it up. I'll heat the vinegar up for, I don't know, a couple minutes, 2-3 minutes. Seems to work better heated up. You don't need to heat it up, but I throw it in the microwave, depending on how much vinegar I use, for like maybe 3 minutes. Once it's hot, you submerge your object and just pretty much leave it, and it goes to work. This, I'm going to put in vinegar now. What I've done is I've been using the vinegar method first for 24 hours, and then any rust that's left on it, like that, I then go over here and put it in electrolysis. You can see my lock is now in electrolysis. I've already put that lock, I've already soaked that lock in vinegar for, I would say, maybe a little more than 24 hours. I got a lot of the rust already off of it. I'll show you some pictures. Now, then to finish it, you put it on electrolysis for maybe, I don't know, I'll probably leave it on here for 4 or 5 hours and see, maybe 6. And then that should be clean after that. So what you've done now is you've cut down on your cleaning time. You're getting your objects cleaner faster, and you're not using the electricity. See, there's my charger down there. Okay. All right, we'll go to the next segment. Okay, so what we've done now is I've heated up a little bit of vinegar, and we're going to try it both ways. So this is new on me too. What I've been doing is I've been putting the items in the vinegar first, and then putting them under electrolysis. This I put under electrolysis first, and now I'm going to submerge it. And by the way, I did heat up the vinegar. You heat it up until it starts bubbling. You can see it start to work right there. See that? It stinks, but it works really well. So I have some heel plates here. This one has already been through the vinegar, so I'm going to put that aside. We'll take these two. We'll throw them in there too. And we'll let them sit for a while. You can see how it foams, it bubbles and foams, and so we're just going to let them sit in there for, I don't know, as long as necessary, and see how they come out. Another thing I want to mention quickly is after you have soaked your item in vinegar, okay, you've let it soak. In order to neutralize the acid effect on the vinegar, you can't just pull it out of the vinegar, rinse it off quick in water, and let it sit, because you've now soaked that thing in acid. Vinegar is an acid. So the vinegar absorbs into the iron, and it'll continue to eat on the iron. So to stop that process, you just take some warm water, which is in the bowl, some baking soda, just a little bit in there, not much. You don't need much. You take it, mix it around, you drop it in there, and you just let it sit in the baking soda for a little while. You'll probably need a little bit more than that, but you don't need much. Just a little bit. And the baking soda will stop the effects of the acid. Okay? If you're going to put it in electrolysis, you don't really need, you can skip this method. If you're just using vinegar, say you're not set up for electrolysis and you're just using the vinegar method, then you'll definitely need to do this. Because if you're soaking it in vinegar and then you move to the electrolysis method, you're going to use baking soda to charge the water for the electrolysis anyway, so you really can skip this. But if you're just using the vinegar method, make sure after you've got your desired results, you use the baking soda to neutralize the acid. And otherwise, it'll continue to eat that iron, and you don't want that. And after you soak it in the vinegar, you can see all the stuff coming off my hand when you scrub it. Stuff works really good taking the rust off. And just soak it in water. You can see, I don't want to touch my camera. My hands are wet, but you can see down there. That's the stuff that comes off of it. So, works good. Okay, here are 3 items that have gone through the vinegar method and electrolysis. As you can see, they're pretty clean, considering they were dug and caked with rust and dirt and whatnot. You got my big lock right there. That is a chain snaffle bit, probably from the early 1800s, and that's just a later lock, probably turn of the century. But they all came out well. Once you're done, completely done cleaning your item, you want to coat it in oil. Some people like to soak them in like a wax, a melted wax to seal them. I just put a coat of oil on them. You'll have to keep, making sure that you have a coat of oil on them over time to preserve them, keep them preserved. So there you have it. Those are the results.